Hello and welcome to Building Tech Sales Academy in public for another week. My name is Jamil Raymond. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here as always. I am in the middle of a random park in Melbourne's outer west. I thought I could swing through this episode, but you can hear a little bit of the squeaking in the background. You can, hang on. And yeah, I just don't know if it feels irritating, you know? It takes away from the experience, I think. But I'm here nonetheless and we're making the most of it. What have I been up to this week? Chilling, man. Still in limbo. Which is kind of frustrating, I'll be honest. It's been a month since I got the notice about my new role, and still no contract. It's starting to get to me. I'll be honest. It's a month today as I record this since I was like, "Yep, you've got a role," and I'm like, "Great. When do I start?" And then radio silence, and I'm like, "Hello, hello." I mean, like, look, you know, this is a secret gift in disguise of just having some time off, and I'm still. I don't know if I'd say kind of recovered, but I just think it's December, guys. Like, the cannot be fucked mode is on, right? I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I got this full spark of energy. Like most of us, pretty much all of us at this point, I'm still a little bit fried. It's the end of the year. It's been the most insane year of my life. So it's not like I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to chop it up and get shit done. And I'm sure you guys are the same, right? Like, it's been a crazy year, full stop for everyone. Affordability's through the roof. You know, shit's been tough. If you're having a great year, good for you. Love that for you. But man, everything is now just next year's problem in Australia. So in business terms, of Australia, basically, if you don't get something signed off in like the first couple of days of December, you have no chance of getting anything legitimately done until after January 26th, which is Australia Day, because Australia just checks the fuck out, mate. This is summertime. Like, it's a good time of year. It's a beautiful day today. We're done with the year. Christmas is around the corner. You know, the cricket's on. It's a good time to just not do a fucking lot. So, I'm sure we're all feeling the goddamn same. And if you aren't, and you are still pepping ready to go, you must be on meth or something, but good on you, mate. Good on you. I don't know why I chucked the meth reference in there, but it stays in. Authenticity. So, on this week's episode, I actually wanted to take you through behind the scenes of going viral. So this time last year, 12 months ago, right now, I was going crazy viral in Australia and all over the world for a TikTok that I'd put up where I'd been sent back from Qantas on a business class flight from business to economy on the way to Club Cisco, which is Cisco's President's Club for the top 1% of sellers worldwide. That was last year. Great experience, had a lot of fun, put this clip up on TikTok, and it blew the fuck up. 13 million views worldwide, 5 different articles posted all over the country and in different countries as well, obviously. Articles all over made national news. Like, it was a pretty crazy experience. And, I'm really grateful for the experience, but I want to take you behind the scenes of what that actually looks like in the lead up. How do I deal with it? And just some unexpected things, This is what to expect when you go hopefully viral one day, if that is what you aspire to. Because, when you are a creator, you do want to go viral. That's what people, particularly in the last few years with the whole TikTokification and the rise of short form video and, the real transition into this new digital and creator-led economy. You hope for virality and you hope for that validation and for people to pick you up, and, all the content you create and the effort you go through is worth it, and you get sent off into fame and fortune with one video. You could make it all happen just for you. But it doesn't really work that way, realistically, because virality is just something that is now manipulated by algorithms based on their search interests. I mean, for some situations like this, you do resonate with a lot of people, and that's what I think I'd done, which is really cool, and I really appreciate that. It was a genuine moment that I think people appreciated. But yeah, it's a strange game that you play as a creator to hope that the algorithm picks you, right? And it picked me, and I'm very grateful, but that shit comes and goes. And that's something that yeah, it's a unique experience as well that very few people have. And I guess I just want to talk to you guys through it today. So the clip originally came about because I was filming the Club Cisco experience. So Club Cisco is Cisco's president's club for tech sellers. It's their top 1% of salespeople worldwide. So I had won that in 2023. That was 1 out of 20,000 people worldwide. Amazing experience. And in 2023, whilst I was winning all these awards and, you know, doing really well in Cisco, I was building Tech Sales Academy in stealth mode. I was building the concepts, the website, the body of work of all the content of what the curriculum should be. And I had this beautiful situation where throughout 2023, when I was really developing the idea of the academy, I was getting validation. I was getting product market fit because I was able to speak to the vice president of one of Cisco's main businesses where I was at the time and talk to him about the academy, and he was interested in it. I had won multiple global top sales prizes using my system that I actually eventually became the Account Executives Toolkit. And then I'd won Club Cisco and the top 1% worldwide. So I was like, holy shit, I'm onto something here. And what better way to promote what my content and my courses can deliver by documenting the rewards that come from being a global top seller. So that's why I was vlogging and filming the entire Club Cisco trip. I took my mum as my +1. It was a fantastic experience for my mum. And that was also a great moment for her, you know, to document a beautiful experience that we had together, because we were, you know, struggling migrants. We came from nothing. So we went from Melbourne to Sydney, Sydney to Honolulu, Honolulu to Kona. And so the real first business class trip, which was my first time on a business class flight, was from Sydney to Honolulu. And that's where I was. If you've seen the start of the TikTok, I'm in the plane, it's 1A, it's absolute front, I'm fucking having a ball. My mum's, she's right next to me. I've got the champagne, I'm wearing the pajamas, I'm having a ball, right? I'm starting to flex, I'm starting to enjoy the fact that, woof, I've made it. Your boys fucking made it. I was just sitting there enjoying myself, and then this lady, this flight attendant, comes up to me and goes, "Sir, we're very sorry, but there seems to be an issue or a malfunction with your seat, and for legal reasons, we cannot have you sit there. And unfortunately, because there are no other seats in business class, we need you to go back into economy and sit back there." And when I heard that, I was like, it was like a flashbang. I was like stunned. And I wasn't upset, but I was just like, isn't this weird? That's a shame. That sucks. And then I was like, yeah, just a bit stunned. And I was like, is my mum okay? Is she staying there? And he's like, yes, it's only your seat. I'm very sorry about this, but we will have an entire row for you in economy, and we'll make sure you have all of the comforts, etc. And we're very sorry about this. And I was like, all right, shit happens. What do you do? It's not a big deal. It's a 9-hour flight. I'm going to be, you know, asleep for most of it, even though I was enjoying it, but I'm going to be tired. And my mum's okay, so not a big deal. And so then I pulled out the Insta360 camera, and I was like, this is good content. And I was like, so this is just what's happened. And you've seen that in the video of me just saying, hey, you know, I was enjoying myself with pajamas, got to go. The person from another flight attendant, maybe the senior steward, came up to me and reiterated they were very sorry. And I'm like, yeah, man, like, it's cool, whatever. Like, I'm just going to go to the back, filmed it. And what was really funny for me was actually the funniest part, and why I put the clip up, was the transfer from business to economy. Because that little curtain between business and economy is soundproof, apparently, because the moment that I had crossed over the threshold and just opened that curtain, all I heard was what a quiet one. Like, you know, I was back with the plebs. And I just thought that was so funny. And I captured that moment on the video. Like, literally, just the moment you open the curtain, just some screaming baby. And I was just like, man, that's funny. That's some funny shit. And like, yeah, I recorded it. You know, you've seen the footage. It's like basically all of the footage that was relevant, me down to 36E or whatever it was. And I just thought that was a funny thing. I'm like, that'll be a good clip or something. And I just went to bed. Like, I just chilled out. I watched a movie. I spoke to some lady who was standing next to me, told her about the situation, and that was it. And then I just went on my merry way continuing the trip and filming it. A few days after I get back from the trip, it's Cisco Live, great big technology conference, a lot of fun. So I come back, I put the TikTok up because it just tickled me. I just couldn't stop thinking about how funny that moment was. And again, just this big message from the universe, because I'd had such a synchronous moment by being at Club Cisco 4 years the day after my awakening. And that's something pretty crazy, is that the 30th November, this time last year, that was 4 years to my awakening. We talked about for the 5-year anniversary last week. And yeah, my 4th year anniversary of awakening, I am in Hawaii, just being, surrounded by just abundance, this amazing experience, being celebrated for being the best in the world at what I do. It was a fantastic moment, right? A real grateful moment, a lot of reflections to be like, man, I've made it here. I've done something big. I put the TikTok up. I think it's funny, chuck it up, and just go about my day. The next morning, I wake up and it's at like 1.2 million views. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on here? This thing is blowing up. I didn't think anything of it. I thought it would get the usual 200 views that I get on my TikToks because I don't really try that hard, or I just don't have it unlocked the algorithm, so to speak. And this thing's blowing up. And I'm like, oh shit, this is going crazy. And then I go about my day 1 of Cisco Live, or maybe day 2. And I'm like, just secretly, my phone feels like it's burning in my pocket the entire time. I'm like, this thing is going crazy. And then I'm watching the views just blow up and blow up and blow up. And I think like 9 hours later or something like that, it doubled its views. It went to 3.4 million views in 9 hours. So this is getting big, right? So now it's December 7th. I'm like, this is getting crazy, right? I'm starting to tell my friends, like, whoa, I'm going like viral here. This is wild. I go to bed, I wake up, and I think it's at like 6+ million views or something like that. It's really fucking cooking here. And I'm getting like anxious and excited. I don't know what to do because I've never been viral before. How the fuck would I know what to do with this situation? I'm just sitting back just in awe of what's going on. And then, like the next day, this the 7th, I'm starting to get messages and outreach from people. I get an email from Business Insider saying they want to do an article about the TikTok. I get a phone call from Channel 7, which is like one of the national broadcasters here in Australia, saying they want to do an article about me blowing up. And I'm like, why is this such a big deal? Why am I going so crazy viral? So I look at the comments and it's like everyone's talking about two things, right? Everyone's getting upset at Qantas because they got sent back, even though I said nothing about Qantas. I said, there's no disrespect. I said this in the caption. It's not about Qantas. This is a message from the universe going, calm down, buddy. It's not about the material shit. And then the other part of what people are going is like, how calm and collected and positive you are during the experience. And that's what threw me for a loop, is that I never intended to be like, hey, check out what a cool, calm, collected Zen guy I am. It was just like, hey, isn't this funny? Like, that's pretty funny. And look, I'm grateful for it, but I just was not expecting that response at all. And so I go to Cisco Live. I'm like, all right, it's time to harvest here. There is something happening here. I've got to collect this fame somehow and sort of transition all this attention and like convert it over into the business. But realistically, people that are liking me for my virality aren't necessarily going to translate into my business of technology sales because it's such a niche thing. So I'm kind of stuck in this sort of paradigm of like virality versus, try and maximize its attention and trying to convert it into eyeballs. The business was nowhere near ready. I wasn't about to launch or anything like that. I just was not ready for this situation to try and turn this virality into pipeline, so to speak. So I go to Cisco Live and it's getting around. It's proper getting around. Like there are colleagues coming up to me and being like, dude, I just saw you on TikTok. And I was like, man, one of my cousins from Poland just sent me your TikTok. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? Like, why am I going viral in Poland? And I got messages from people in Brazil, all across the US, the UK. Like, it's amazing, beautiful messages. All right, I'll put a few up here. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy, man. I'm like, let's make the most of this. I try and get some help from Cisco PR because I'm like, guys, I'm getting like really viral here. Like people are tagging Cisco. People are going, look what a great employee you are at Cisco, all that sort of stuff. And so I'm trying to get some help here and I get nothing. They're like, because everyone's tied up for Cisco Live. So I'm like, I guess I'm just going to have to run this solo. So, I agreed to going on Channel 7. Or they wanted to do an article about me. I said, sure. They just ended up making their own segment. I did a video interview with Business Insider, which they turned into an article. The articles I made the front page of news.com.au, which is like the digital rag, I guess. It's just, it's just mainstream internet news in Australia, right? So that's a big deal as well. And yeah, the whole thing about it, right? Let's be realistic here, is that it's not necessarily just about me. I'm a good vehicle for the news cycle to keep punching down on Qantas. Right? There is an element of me, being a great person. It's a feel-good story, sure. But I know that I'm not an idiot. I'm aware of how, attention works and the news cycle works. Qantas was in the news for the way they had mishandled things during COVID. I think the CEO was, getting massive payouts and massive paychecks while the service was decreasing pretty badly at Qantas. So I knew that this was a two-way circus of them, bigging me up, but also finding a vehicle to shit on Qantas. And I get it, right? But I'll take it. I'll take this. I will take, the virality and take it for what it is for me. So I just basically agreed to every article. News.com.au and the Daily Mail didn't even contact me to try and use my story and likeness. They just went ahead and just did it, which I think is a little underhanded, in my opinion. Like, ask for permission. I understand it's in the public domain because it's the internet, but still, like, what a shitty, slow news day for this to make national news and to make something of it. But nonetheless, again, I'll take the fame. And by the end of the week, it's gone to like 7 or 8 million views. Again, just thousands of comments. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I really don't know what to do with this attention and this virality. And it caused me a lot of anxiety. It's like, do I just keep posting videos? Do I, what do I do? I just was confused. And so what I did was, there was a lot of burning questions there's a lot of, just burning questions from the followers and the viewers. So I just did a couple of response videos and being like, let me clarify. For example, people were like, you only got $500 back, even though you were on business class flight. I said, folks, Cisco paid for the ticket, company paid for the ticket. They got reimbursed. I presume I got a $500 voucher personally and an apology. I'm happy with that. Not a big deal. What the hell does misengineered mean? I made it up on the spot. If you look at the TikTok, it was just a fumbled up word that kind of made sense. And yeah, shit happens. I didn't really know what it was. So, it's really strange to have thousands of positive comments and really nice things being said about you when you're a comedian, because it's so hard. You are such the comedian in me, which is when I was focusing on more at the time, is just like, if people loved me in the first place, I wouldn't have been doing stand-up, and it's very hard for me to receive all these compliments and all these nice things. I'm just like, bullshit, you don't know me. And I don't know why I'm laughing at that, because it's mostly just traumatic sadness, but it's just the reality of who I am. And so from there, I'm sort of stuck. And I'm like, what do I do? But also, I have to ask myself, is this in alignment of who I am? Like, do I really want to be pigeonholed into this virality of being Mr. Positive Guy, when I just know it's a fleeting sense of virality? And yes, it's validation, it's fantastic, but I don't want to corner myself as a Mr. Positive person, because I'm not Mr. Positive. Yes, have I got a great outlook on life? Yeah, I've got a pretty good one. But I just don't want to be like Hock Tour Girl. You know what I mean? Like, the ridiculousness of Hock Tour Girl now, where she's got her own podcast and she had a meme coin that fell to shit. No shit. Why did you think that this, not even 15 seconds of fame, her virality is literally a clip that's like 7 seconds long. Like, you have to realize that the virality comes and goes. And if it goes up really fast, it goes away really fast. So you can't build, you know, it's very hard to build something meaningful and long-term off this credibility that has not a lot of depth, right? Like, if you think of Hoktua Girl, she's famous for spitting on a dick, apparently. And you think you can build a lifelong brand and build a meme coin and create digital infrastructure because you spit on a dick? And we don't even know how good of a dick spitter you are. It's all pejorative. We're taking swings on this episode, folks, but we're along for the ride. So you have to understand that, like, it comes and it goes, and a couple of weeks later, the views fade away, the likes and the comments fade away, and it's gone. It's gone. It's probably a good 2-3 weeks of craziness. My phone blowing up, positive comments, lots of likes, and for me, this is a big sign that I'm onto something with the Academy. Like, if I can release one clip from this vlog that's a very real and honest moment, even though I don't intend it to be, or, to be so touching, to be so impactful, then, I'm not going to smash it out of the park every time, but at least I know that it's further synchronicity. It's another breadcrumb from the universe, right? If I can get 3 global top sales prizes in that year, be top 1% worldwide, create this vlog, and then from a clip of the vlog itself, I go viral for it, how many more little breadcrumbs from the universe do I need to go, we're onto something here, right? We are onto something big here. So a couple of weeks after I go viral, I remember at the Cisco Christmas party, everyone's like, "Hey, Mr. Viral Guy." And I'm like, yeah, fair enough. That's me. So strange, but a beautiful moment. But yeah, probably about a month after I go viral, I quit Cisco. I went viral December 6th, and then, a few weeks after that, I was like, man, it's time to jump. It's time to jump and give my month's notice. And yeah, I think I quit like January 17th, something like that, and just went on this wild fucking journey of building this academy. And here we are at the end of the year, 9th of December, almost 12 months later, and what a fucking ride it's been. From virality to building the MVP, going to Mexico, launching the product, going to Thailand, coming back, dealing with this family shit. It's been the most insane 12 months of my life. And to think that this moment of virality is what's kicked it off is pretty crazy. It's real fucking crazy. And, I'm grateful. And it's just interesting to look back at it now. You can only really connect the dots in life looking back at the journey that's been, the ups and the downs. Because, this time last year, it was insanely up. Like, life could not get much better. Being the top 1% at the world of what I'm doing, going viral, all the commissions from a killer year just landed. I was fucking loaded. Life was good, man. And now, 12 months later, no money. I got some fame, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people that still follow me from this process, and I'm very grateful for it, don't get me wrong, but it's just gone, woo! But life, that's the journey of life, man. This is the roller coaster of life. And I still feel good about where I'm going, so this is not a cry for help, but it's just a way to think about, holy shit. Life is strange, man. Life is fucking strange. And that's it for this week, folks. That is the episode. You know where to find me. School.com/Tech Sales Academy. That'll be down here somewhere. And yeah, come join. Heaps of content in there. I'll be taking a break over the Christmas break for about 2 or 3 weeks when it comes to lessons and vlogs. Next week will be the last week before we take a 3-week break for the holidays. Until then, thank you for your time and attention. Share this with a friend. Share this with a colleague. Someone you want to go, hey, this guy's fucking off his knocker. He is a weird son of a bitch, but he is fun and he's real. So if that's what you like and you got friends that like that shit, spread the word. Please, I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you for your time and attention. See you next week. Ciao for now.